All right, welcome back, everybody. And today we are talking about XPON 360. Now, this was a stock that was brought to my attention by a subscriber. So if you guys have any stocks that you want me to review, you want me to go over, let me know in the comments down below. This is a penny stock. The technical definition of a penny stock is anything under $5 per share. This one is at $1.73. This one does not trade on the OTC markets, though. It trades on the big boy exchanges, right? It trades on the NASDAQ. So we're going to review this stock today, and I'm going to give you my take. And this is my first time reviewing this stock. It's actually my first time hearing about this stock. So like I said, I'm going to be doing something new on the channel where I take recommendations from you guys. I can't promise that I will cover all of them, but I'll try my best to cover as many as I can. And so thank you for the individual who brought this to my attention. I did mention your name in yesterday's video because you had mentioned this in the comments. So here it is, guys, XPON 360 Incorporated. And also real quick, we launched the channel memberships. It is a great way to support the channel. You do get access to bonus videos and you get access to some of these videos early. So if you're interested in the channel memberships, it's right below this video. You simply hit that join button. We just launched a 30-minute plus lesson, or I just launched a 30-minute plus lesson on finding 10-bagger opportunities, whether it's crypto, whether it's the stock market, and really just like the mentality of things and what you should be thinking about when you're doing research. So if you're interested, like I said, it's $7 a month. Great way to support the channel. Link is down below. Anyway, let's get into it. So we have right here a stock that you see a lot of volatility in this thing already. I mean, back in 2024 is above $12. Even recently, I mean, it's starting. Now let's look at the last month. Okay, now this is, $2 a share. $1 to $2 is actually quite a substantial return. I mean, but that's what you get with penny stocks. You get a lot of volatility. Market cap is only 6 million, so very low market cap. Now, this is what I found interesting, because if you look at this chart right here, it looks like it briefly gapped up to $5 a share. And this happened quite recently. I mean, this happened like just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days ago. So if you witnessed this or if you have insight on this, let me know, because it looks like it gapped up from $1.33 all the way to $5.50, which if you're able to capture that move, great. That's a fantastic move, and that's when you should take profits. If you get a sudden move like that, especially for no reason. But sometimes you will see volatile moves like that, especially when you have a market cap of only 6 million, right? So over the last year, unfortunately, this stock is down 76% from a peak of over $10 plus per share, $11 a share. Now, if it went to $11 a share again, it would, it'd be roughly a 5x from the current price, $1.74. Take it times 5, not quite, but right around it, maybe a 6x from current levels. So that was back in 2024, not all that long ago, less than a year ago at this point. Over the last 5 years, this thing has pretty much collapsed, probably because of splits, I'm guessing. It looks like, based upon the price action, reverse splits is most likely the culprit. Trading at $600 a share after the splits were done, I'm guessing is what happened. And probably a reverse split. I'm guessing some reverse splits were done so that they could maintain compliance on the NASDAQ. Recently, though, just down 2.53%, and today we are down 3%. So past month, though, we're up 20%. I mean, past month, we're looking good. Now, here's the company website, XPON 360. So they are all about, it looks like batteries, and I think lithium batteries, if I'm not mistaken. So we have industry-leading products. Yeah, lithium battery technology has come a long way in the last decade. XPON 360 is taking it further. Our best-in-class batteries are designed and engineered in-house with premium lithium iron phosphate cells while ensuring quality controls at every step. We stand by our batteries with an industry-leading 12-year warranty and support your needs with custom mounting kits and accessories to power the pursuit. So we have this 12-volt battery. I'm not an expert on lithium batteries, but maybe you are. I mean, they're selling it for $749. It looks like it is for serious off-grid performance. So this is one of their products here. Delivers smart energy without the need for a separate communication hub. Premium lithium technology, refined, reliable, and ready to power your adventure. So they have a variety of lithium batteries, and these are pretty high price points. I mean, so each customer they get, they get one customer, I mean, they're making pretty good coins. So, I mean, if you get 1,000 customers, you already have let's say you get 1,000 customers for this product, for example, 2,749. That's $2.7 million right there in revenue. So if they get 1,000, and I'm not even sure what their revenues are right now. Let's take a look. But so right now they have 8.41 million in sales, according to finviz.com. And these metrics, don't focus too much on them because this looks like a very high growth company. And I would assume that this company is in a very high growth phase, assuming, like I said, this is the first time I've actually looked at this stock, but it looks like, based upon what we're seeing, it's a $6 million market cap, right? It only has 8.41 million in sales. So the market cap is less than sales currently. Okay. You could look at the book value, and all that. You could look at the price to book and stuff like that. You could look at the price to sales. Okay. It's trading at a market cap less than its current sales. That's a good sign, right? But what's the growth potential? What are we looking at in terms of potential profitability down the road? There's a lot of things to consider. As I discussed in the video, Diamond Hand is the name of the course. Diamond Hand Investors, basically, is the course I'm launching. So for those of you guys interested, once again, check it out below. Great way to support the channel. So here's an article that just came out. Let's take a look at this one. XPON stock momentum explained, market rally and community verified watch list alerts. So looks like the page is not found, so we can't take a look at that, unfortunately. I'll try to find another article here. Let's see what else we have. This was 1 week ago. So it looks like XPON 360 stock rockets. And this actually may have been the reason why we saw this big jump in the share price because of earnings. It could have been a very brief moment, but for those who were able to capitalize, congratulations if you were one of them. Now, if we go back to this article talking about earnings, Q2 revenue more than doubles. Well, that's a good sign. XPON 360 stock soared on Thursday alongside revenue that more than doubled in Q2 2025. So the stock rocketed higher on Thursday following the release of and this was posted on August 14th. So roughly, this would kind of make sense then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 trading days ago is when this huge gap happened, and then it came right back down to baseline. But this would kind of make sense then because this was not that long ago when these earnings came out. The big news here is revenue of $3 million, which was up 134% year over year from $1.3 million and 46% compared to Q1 2025. This was fueled by sales growth in the RV market and accessory sales growth through integrator partners. Take advantage of, let's see here. No, that's another big win for XPON 360 was its Q2 adjusted earnings per share of minus 41 cents. It's a massive improvement from negative $30.20 per share. Wow, that is a big improvement. Reported in the same period of the prior year, the company said this improvement came from its increased revenue and relatively flat selling, general, and administrative expenses. The stock was up 131%. And this, I guess, was when the news came out here. It looks like that's probably when it all started. It makes sense. Yeah, when it went to $5+. So it was up big in the post market, it looks like, or the pre-market here, $3 from $1.31 versus the previous close. So obviously, investors were pretty excited, but it doesn't take much to move a $6 million cap market, especially on the NASDAQ. You have a lot more liquidity, a lot more buyers and sellers. I mean, a $6 million market cap can move up like that. And that's what can happen when you're looking at, and that's true for the OTC as well, but you have a lot more market participants on the NASDAQ. And so penny stocks in the NASDAQ will, in general, have more liquidity than a stock on the over-the-counter market. So you can make those, I guess, large moves on decent liquidity where you might actually be able to buy and sell a decent-sized position, right? But it looks like this move was short-lived. And so it follows an 11.2% rally yesterday. However, the shares were still down 45.19% year to date and 84.87% over the last 12 months. Today's rally came with heavy trading and some 75 million shares traded hands compared to a 3-month daily average of about 2 million shares. So right there, 75 million shares. I mean, that's a lot of liquidity, a lot of buyers and sellers. So there's that opportunity. If you had the stock at $1, you sold it at $3, boom, that's more than 2x. That's what, 3x, XPON 360 did not provide guidance going forward, but They are, I guess, excited. Of course, every CEO is going to be excited about their company growth. Looking ahead with our current balance sheet positioning from a combination of cash receivables and strong inventory levels, we believe we are well positioned to execute on our key growth initiatives. So standard CEO talk there. Turning to Wall Street, coverage of XPON 360 is thin. So, thinly traded stock for the most part. It's still a penny stock. It does trade on the larger exchanges, but you just have to keep that in mind. It is a penny stock. It's not going to have the coverage of those major players out there. So the liquidity is going to be less. And so it looks like this AI analyst Spark, I guess it's like an AI service that, does, recommendations for stocks and whatnot. Spark rates XPON as a neutral 52 with a $1 price target, and the reason is because of significant financial challenges with ongoing losses and high leverage, which impact its financial performance. Another consideration, right? What does their balance sheet look like? I haven't even looked into their balance sheet. You can come over to FinViz, and you can see what do they have here in terms of certain metrics. I mean, if you look at, some of these are not going to be fully updated, I don't think, or 100% accurate, but you can kind of look through, if you wanted to look at specific debt metrics. I'm trying to find one, let's say the debt to equity ratio. It's in the red. Okay. Quick ratio, probably not the best sign in terms of liquidity, but it's just a risk you have to take on these things. You're investing in a stock that's trading at $1. What do you expect? You can't expect this thing to have stellar financials. But just part of the risk. And what do you guys think? I mean, the revenue is growing. Investors are obviously excited about that. It does have these two big pops here. I mean, regardless, there is a gap down here that's, you could argue, I don't know, maybe needs to be filled. But anyway, what do you guys think of this stock? I find this stock interesting. What would my price target be? It's hard to say. I mean, I haven't really done enough research on it to tell you, hey, I think this could go to the moon or anything. But does $5 a share seem reasonable? I mean, $5 a share versus, $2 to $5 a share, let's say. That's still over a 2x. And based upon these financials, at least the revenues are growing quite substantially. They have a pretty good amount of products here. And it looks like each customer they get, I mean, I don't know what their cost is or their gross margin on these is, but, their gross margin, anyway. But the point is, each customer they get, I mean, they're charging $2,000 or $3,000. And so if they're able to get 10,000 customers, I mean, 10,000 customers at $2,000 is 20 million in revenue. And so each of these products, it looks like, is selling for at least $2,000. I mean, they have a lot of these lithium batteries that are selling for, and it looks like they have a lot of applications as well for these things. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you buying this company? Once again, this was a stock brought to my attention from a subscriber on the channel. So thank you once again. I'm glad I was able to cover this one. It looks like this one does have potential, though. I mean, penny stocks, of course, will have the potential to go parabolic. That's the nature of the beast. I mean, if you're taking a higher risk, you should expect compensation in terms of a higher return. And if you're not able to get that extra return, or if there's not the opportunity for that extra return, then there's no reason to take the risk. And so that's the whole point. So you're always going to see more risk when it comes to penny stocks, when it comes to these types of things. But trading at $1.74 live price. Let's refresh it real quick and see if we're still at $1. Yeah, $1.74. Based upon this, hit $5.50 recently. What do you guys think? Can this thing go to $5 again? That's at least a 2x from current prices. A little bit more than that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And until next time, we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in to another video. Take care out there, everybody, and happy Monday.